Hello, this is Mike Ingham from BBC Radio Sport on 2 with a question for you. Do you remember this? Who scored the penalty in last season's England-Scotland game?
John Robertson.
Correct. This time last year, Tottenham and England star Glenn Hoddle became our first ever Mastermind of Soccer. And this year, Match Weekly is throwing out a challenge to you, the readers, to become the 1982 Soccer Mastermind. There's a super prize for the winner, a day out with Glenn Hoddle, when he's going to present our reader champion with a fabulous video cassette recorder. There are also hundreds of runner-up prizes in this special Mastermind quiz. There'll be Match Weekly annuals, T-shirts and footballs. So why not look out the competition pages of this week's match for full details of all the prizes. So how exactly do you become the Mastermind of Soccer? Well, like this. Over the next 2 weeks, on these special discs, I'm going to be testing your soccer knowledge. You'll find my questions also on the competition pages, but you will need to listen carefully before you can take part to some exciting action. There are going to be 3 rounds this week and 3 more next, so don't miss out. Whatever you do, make sure that you order your copy now. So without further ado, on to the competition, and the search is on for a mastermind. We've called round 1 Magic Moments, and in it we're going to play you some recorded highlights from memorable matches. Listen carefully, because then I'm going to be asking you a couple of questions about each piece of action. Here's the first from Wembley.
And from his tackle, they will come forward with Galvin. And Galvin going down the left. Nicky Reid must go with him. Galvin did well to check his stride. Plays the ball back once more. Villa looking for the shot. He's tackled. Villa still there. Villa with a chance. Oh, and he scored! 3-2.
Ricardo Villa's wonderful winning goal for Tottenham in the 1981 FA Cup final against Manchester City. Now, can you tell me who provided him with that pass prior to the amazing run? The second question, now of course in the end it all turned out right for Ricky Villa, though of course the previous Saturday, in the first meeting between the sides, he was substituted. Who replaced him? Well, from an FA Cup final we moved to a European Cup final, and this.
Forest have the ball on the halfway line with Frankie Gray, who comes forward again. Midway inside the Hamburg half, plays it short to young Gary Mills. Mills, rather luckily, the ball spinning off a defender's challenge to John Robertson. Robertson 15 yards from the penalty area. We haven't really seen him in an attacking sense yet as he plays it forward. It comes back off Gary Vessels. Robertson shoots! Oh, and he scored! Robertson has given Nottingham Forest the lead!
The goal that won the European Cup for a second time for Nottingham Forest against Kevin Keegan's Hamburg in 1980. John Robertson, of course, the scorer, but which Forest man played a 1-2 pass with him? And the second question, in which famous footballing city was that European Cup final Nottingham Forest against Hamburg played? Round 2 is really going to test all Match Weekly readers. We've called it Soccer Blitz because in the next minute you're going to hear action from lots of famous games and many goals as well. You may well need to listen several times to this. One simple question for you is please name every club taking part in the following games. I'll let you into a secret. There are 7 in all.
But it's still, well, I must say, I thought that was a Real Madrid throw. But Ray Kennedy doesn't argue. He takes the throw, and Alan Kennedy tries to burst through. Alan Kennedy's still there, and Alan Kennedy has scored for Liverpool.
Outside right position, he's made a lot of ground. Midway inside the Liverpool half, and he pushes it round Hansen, and he's done well here. And Goddard and cross in the middle for him. Goddard's header, and it's in! Looks for Hazard, just a little touch off to Hoddle, then to Archibald at the edge of the area, still going forward. Oh, and he slipped it through, and he scored! Ronson couldn't get in the tackle, and Archibald.
About 4 or 5 yards outside the Arsenal penalty area. On the right as United look at it, Popple takes it high across the area, looking for somebody inside the area. Jordan, shot comes in. Gordon McQueen, 2-1.
Branson really drives that one in. Good header away. Houghton gets it further cleared. It'll come to McKenzie. Oh, a fantastic goal!
Case hits it. It deflects off across his Brooking's shoulder. Referee says play on. Drops to Neil. Neil out to the far side. Ball flicked on. Sammy Lee goes in. An overhead kick. The shot comes in. And it's there! The linesman's flag is down and the West Ham players are saying that's not going to count.
How are you doing so far then? Well, we never said it was going to be easy, did we, to become Match Weekly Soccer Mastermind? But then there is a rather special prize. Don't forget, meeting Glenn Hoddle and receiving a video cassette recorder. And And so to the third and final round this week. It's mystery voice time. Two well-known players are going to talk to you. All you have to do is identify them and the club they currently play for.
Well, I think I prefer playing centre-back because I play there so often with Dundee United, but having played full-back in midfield for Scotland, I'm just glad to get a place anywhere, so I'll play anywhere for Scotland.
I was part of the 11 people who won the FA Cup for West Ham, and my contribution was as significant as anybody else's, except that it was just damned hard work for me. If you remember the match, I mean, I was like the sacrificial lamb, if you like, because I just played up front on my own. With Drew Stewart Pearson, we drew Stewart into the middle of the field.
So there you are, did you spot those famous stars? Well, that concludes part 1 in our search to find a mastermind of soccer. Don't forget part 2 is next week. There are super prizes to be won, and the winner will spend a day with Glenn Hoddle and receive a video cassette recorder as well. So keep this week's copy of Match Weekly safe. Remember, all the details of the quiz can be found on the competition page, and we'll be telling you how to enter next week. Don't miss out, order your copy now. This is Mike Ingham wishing you the best of luck with the competition. Talk to you next week. Hello again, this is Mike Ingham from BBC Radio Sport on 2. A warm welcome back to Match Weekly readers and our search for this year's Soccer Mastermind. This is your chance to follow in the footsteps of Tottenham and England star Glenn Hoddle, who was our first ever Mastermind of Soccer last year. And that's not all, because the new champion will meet the old champion. The top prize, exclusive to Match Weekly in this special competition, is a day out with Glenn Hoddle when he'll present our reader champion with a fabulous video cassette recorder. And there are hundreds of other prizes as well. You'll be able to find details in the competition pages of this week's Match Weekly. Let me remind you then how you become the mastermind of soccer. In last week's special disc, I tested your soccer knowledge. You heard a lot of exciting action from memorable games. There's lots more coming up this week as we launch into part 2 of this great quiz. And following on from last week's 3 rounds, we're into round 4. Remember that you can find all the questions and details of how to enter on the competition pages of this week's Match Weekly. Round 4 we've called the Hot Shots. Listen to this.
Neil does some overlapping running. Neil holds it, then cuts it back inside to McDermott. He's got Lee alongside him. Goes it alone though, turns in field, tries to find Rush. He's found him. Plays it back to McDermott. McDermott looking for Dalglish. Ball a little bit too far. It's there. Oh, beautiful running net by Dalglish. Dalglish at his best. Ball laid forward. Defender with him. Parks came off his line. Dalglish sharp as a needle. He was there.
That was Kenny Dalglish equalising for Liverpool in the League Cup final replay with West Ham at Villa Park in 1981. 2 questions coming up about that game. First of all, who was the West Ham goalkeeper in that match? And the second question, who then followed up that Dalglish goal with Liverpool's eventual cup-winning goal? And so on to our second hot shot.
10 minutes gone in the second half. United press forward again. The ball with Greenock just inside the box. There's Macari. And it's in the net. Macari has given United the lead again. Lou Macari pouncing on a defensive...
Well, that was a goal scored against Liverpool and an unusual one as well for Manchester United in the FA Cup final of 1977. The commentator there gave the goal immediately to Lou Macari, but in the end it was credited to someone else. Who? I'll give you a clue. The player that eventually was credited with that goal was also mentioned in that piece of commentary. And the second question is simply this: who led Liverpool in the 1977 FA Cup final against Manchester United? And from the hot shots straight on to round 2, goals galore. Just like the Soccer Blitz last week, here's a selection of lightning-fast highlights from outstanding games. You'll need to listen carefully, but the simple question is, name the year that each one of these games took place.
Ardiles, lovely control, edge of the box, gets round 2 challenges and gets a shot in. It comes to Archibald. Great save by Corrigan, but then, oh, he's done it! Ricky Villa has done it!
In the inside left position, 10 yards from the edge of the Arsenal penalty area. He'll take it to the byline and pulls across. Back, it's a dangerous one. It's played forward by Cross, and it's in! West Ham have got it!
Well, certainly Peter Osgood will know what it's like to have extra time because he played here for Chelsea, and the ball is laid forward for Bobby Stokes, and Bobby Stokes hits it, and Bobby Stokes has scored for Southampton. Delis is a bad ball from him, and it's inside the area, and Dalglish is onside here. Dalglish is still there, and Dalglish plays it wide to Whelan, and Whelan has scored. And it could be that Ronnie Whelan, who's now running all over Wembley, has won the cup for Liverpool. Going forward once more, Robertson, the danger to Malmo. Goes outside the defender, he cuts it back, there's danger here. The header comes in, and it's there! Nottingham Forest have done it with Trevor Francis. David Geddes on the edge of the Arsenal penalty area. He's got Nelson in front of him, he's gone outside, Nelson turns it flat. Willie Young's there, the chance is there, it's there! Roger Osborne has done it for Ipswich Town, and they have scored 1-0.
There's just one more round to go. I wonder how you're doing. How close are you to becoming our soccer mastermind, meeting Glenn Hoddle and winning that video cassette recorder? Our climax to the competition is in true mastermind tradition, 1 minute of quick-fire questions. But to make life a little bit easier, remember all the details can be found in this week's Match Weekly. So here we go. Italy beat West Germany 3-1 in the World Cup final. Who scored Germany's goal? Who play at the Vetchfield? Who is the manager of Leeds United? Ron Greenwood capped 54 players as England manager. Which one of these three didn't he cap? Kevin Reeves, Eric Gates or Jimmy Case? Name 2 clubs that Bob Latchford has played for. Who won the European Cup last season? How many times have Nottingham Forest been league champions? Who plays at Carrow Road? The former England captain and Queen's Park Rangers favourite Jerry Francis now plays for which club? Who are known as the Blades? Who scored Scotland's consolation goal against Brazil in the World Cup? Who were the losing FA Cup finalists last season? Who played off for 3rd and 4th place in the last World Cup? And that's time, and also signals the end of our quiz. All you need to do now is to look at the competition pages inside Match Weekly. There you'll find details of how to enter, all the super prizes we're offering, and there's also one extra question we want you to complete in the event of a tie-break. Well, don't forget all the answers in a forthcoming edition of Match Weekly, so don't miss out. Make sure of your copy every week. This is Mike Ingham wishing all Match Weekly readers the very best of luck with your entries.